Okay, so imagine for a second that your PC explodes, your setup explodes, your bank calls you and tells you that you've been hacked, the robbers have taken all your money, and they've only left you with $300 in your bank account. But here's the problem now, you're addicted to League of Legends and you need to play some League. How are you going to do this now? Fear not, I have a solution for you. League of Legends is known to be able to run on any type of potato out there. Sweet potato, normal potato, probably even some other types of fruit and vegetables. But today we're actually running it on a computer, and specifically it's this laptop right here, the Nanote Next, the smallest laptop in the world that I could find. It's straight from Japan, brand new in the box. And the only source from which I could find to buy this was an eBay seller, which is quite interesting. So anyways, as you can see over here, we got the laptop in the box. Everything is in Japanese. That's gonna come back to bite us in the future. That's a little bit of a hint right there, a little spoiler, but I opened this bad boy up and I found this little letter in it, which was kind of cute. Thank you for your order, we wish you happiness from Japan. Oh my god. So anyways, this right here, after I disposed of that paper right there, you can see that this right here is the device itself. What the f was I doing? Why was I pitting? What the fuck? Anyways, so this right here is the laptop. You can see the size is kind of interesting looking. It looks more like a PSP or a Nintendo DS. That's around the size the thing is at. It's like a DSi maybe, large DS. The trackpad is kind of lacking. You can see it's a little bit on the smaller side as well, but it even had a little protective plastic on the trackpad, which was a pain to remove because of the size of the thing. So anyways, after I removed all the plastics and I flexed on the camera real quick, I quickly found out that the Japanese have bamboozled me. I found this paper on the back of a laptop that says this is made in China. So is it really Japanese? I mean, the design may be Japanese, but if it's made in China, then it's Chinese, isn't it? You're not fooling me, Japanese people. You're trying to take credit where credit is not due. But anyways, after that, I checked out all the ports over here. As you can see, these are all the ports. This is all that this thing offers. But yeah, after I took these protective things and brutally murdered them on camera for you to see, I uncovered the first big issue to this video of ours. The charger. This is the charger. And if you're American watching this right now, you're probably wondering, what's the issue? I don't see any problems. Well, I will tell you what the problem is. This is an American / Japanese type charger. It requires an American / Japanese type outlet, which we do not have over here. We have a European outlet. And the laptop at this point in time needed charging. It was out of battery, it wouldn't open up, it wouldn't turn on, whatever I did. So I needed to charge it and it wouldn't charge. I found this out quickly by searching on the internet. It would not charge if I didn't use its original charger. So that was a bummer, but a couple days go by and after I ordered this plug adapter over here, I received it in the mail and I was finally able to charge the laptop, so we can now finally set it up. But now as we turn this on, we find out the next big issue, the next roadblock, may I say, on our journey to installing League of Legends on this laptop and playing finally. This thing is all in Japanese. We got Windows set up running in Japanese. I had to use Google Lens to translate this thing either to Greek or English, and it didn't even give me the option to change the language for some reason. In the Windows setup, it only gave me the option to add one language to the keyboard. But then the problem is that after this, the next step required me to sign into my Microsoft account so that I can finish the Windows setup. So the first time I went through the setup, I didn't add English to the keyboard because I thought it would be already there. And then when I went to sign into my Microsoft account, there was no English on the keyboard. So there was no way for me to type my email in, and the whole thing falls apart. And then I gotta turn off the laptop and restart it, do the whole thing from the beginning once again, so that I can add English to the keyboard. And all the languages are written in Japanese. Why are they written in Japanese? All the languages. Why doesn't it say Italiano, Ellinica, Deutsch, Chiefs are up? Oh my god, dude. But it said everything in Japanese. So after I went through the painful process of translating every single language in the human world with the Google Lens going language by language in this menu to find the English language on the bottom of the list. I was finally able to attempt to sign into my Microsoft account. I couldn't remember the password, but finally it gave me the option to bypass this because I put my email in. And I finally had the laptop set up. You can see the fresh windows over here. Everything was still in Japanese. I needed to go and change the language, but the most painful part of the process was over, and that's all that matters. Now all we gotta do is change the language, install League of Legends, Vanguard, OBS, and we're done. And we're gonna do all this with the help of my turtle friend right here because the trackpad got very annoying, very tiresome. So we got the turtle, we plugged it into the USB, and it works off the bat. But now you're gonna tell me, how are you going to use a mouse and play League of Legends without a mouse pad? Are you crazy? Boom! There you go. What did you say? Persian rug mouse pad. What else do you need in this world? Of course it is a Persian rug mouse pad. This is, after all, the most budget setup possible that you can play League of Legends on. And I got all this stuff from Temu, all except for the laptop, of course. But anyways, after I used Google Lens once again a couple more times, I found a way to remove the Japanese language for the most part from this laptop and add English to it. And after a lot of work, it's at a point where some Japanese is still to be found on the operating system for some reason, even though I've completely removed the Japanese language, supposedly, from the laptop itself. But for the most part, it is in English, so I consider that an overall W, a job well done. So after all this, all I had to do was download and install League of Legends to play it on this thing. How difficult could that be, you may be asking right now? Well, I have the answer for you, and it's not a pretty one, because I went ahead and downloaded the game, installed Vanguard, opened up the game itself, and tried to install it. But after one day, one whole entire day of having this laptop on so that it can install the game, in the end, it said that there's not enough space in the SSD to install League of Legends. The internal SSD on this laptop was so small, it's 64 gigabytes, that it could not contain the operating system and one video game in 2025. And that game is not Modern Warfare 3 or whatever, a 500 gigabyte game. It's League of Legends, just 30 gigs. But anyways, man, my first thought to solve this problem was, okay, let me go get an SD card, because I saw on the side of this thing it has a port for an SD card. That way I can store the game in there and play it and everything is gonna be fine. So I went and got myself an SD card, 128 gigabytes, copied and pasted the whole game of League of Legends on that thing, and then repaired on the Riot client app so that it recognizes the game on the new storage device. But when I went to try and launch the game, it just wouldn't launch whatsoever. It just wouldn't budge. So what did I do? Instead of educating myself, I thought, okay, maybe the installation is corrupted because I went and copied and pasted it instead of installing it from the beginning. So what I did was delete the whole thing and then go to download it and install it on the SD card. But here's the thing, when I downloaded the game, which took up about like 4 hours to download 5 gigabytes, I tried to launch it to start the installation process and it wouldn't launch once again. So that brought some questions to me. I was like, okay, the problem is obviously the SD card. Let me go ahead and search up on the internet and see why this problem persists. So I found out the SD card format is only used for storing files, and it's not good for storing applications because a lot of modern applications will not run on an SD card. So that was like a couple days wasted, and I had to find a solution once again, and I came up with using an external SSD to download and install the game on. And thankfully this time I didn't have to go and buy the SSD because I already had one. But here's the thing, the SSD uses USB to connect itself to the laptop. That was the only way to connect it to the laptop. So now I had to always use the USB port on the laptop to have the SSD on it, which has the game on it, so that I can play the game. But this way, because of the fact that the laptop only has one USB port, port, I couldn't use the mouse, which means now I have to use the trackpad, and this is gonna be painful, isn't it? So rest in peace, Turtle, you had a good run. We set up the laptop and downloaded a few things, OBS and the game, thanks to you. So thank you, Turtle, RIP. So anyways, after another whole entire day of downloading and installing the game on the new SSD, changing ice packs, putting them under the laptop every now and then because it heats up so much while you're charging it because the battery drains in like 20 minutes and you need to constantly charge it. Oh my god, we finally got the game on this thing and it's beautiful, almost, but it is what it is. It's the game. It is a game. Let's go. We got a microphone on this laptop too. Cho'Gath. Oh, no. We need to play in Italy. Who dodges in ARAM? Who? Wukong. Give me Wukong. Let's go. We need flash. Flash, I said. We open this bitch. Let's go. Oh my god. Wukong in ARAM. Action over here, let's freaking go, man. Okay, so now you might be wondering what's the whole advantage to using this device to play League of Legends on it, and that's exactly what I was wondering while I was recording that gameplay for you guys, but that made me want to actually test the portability of this monstrosity. So I took this thing to a local park, took in the nature, and tried to enjoy some League of Legends gameplay with a friend, and here's how that went.
Okay,
Nice.
Θα παίξεις stress on the shit, ρε bro. Damn. Όπο βες μπαλίτσα.
Κάτσε να δούμε αν θα πετύχω κανένα. Μαλάκα, αν πετύχω hook. Πουτάνα, no. There is no fucking hope.
Δεν ξέρω πώς να το πιάσω, ρε. What the fuck do I do, bro? It's so shit. Oh!
Holy shit.
Let's go away, man. Fuck. No. Μαλάκα. Οπότε έτσι νιώθουν οι Iron παίχτες.
Ναι, I guess.
Με έκανε ulti ο Μάλζαχαρ.
Oh shit, I have to ult this motherfucker. Πρέπει να κάνω ult αυτό το φρες, είναι πολύ καλός. Don't worry, everybody will fucking beat them. Πουτάνας παιδί. Flash. Πα! Όχι. Χιονόμαλα. Of the fucking gods. Ω, μαλάκα, τον πήρα. Holy shit.
Ο Μισάρας όλα παπάκια.
Τον έπιασα. Σας κέρασα. Σας κέρασα, φάτε τον. Ναι ρε μαλάκα, είμαι ο καλύτερος στο παιχνίδι. Είμαι επιθετικός άντρας, όλοι οι αδερφές και εγώ εδώ πέρα.
Όλοι οι αδερφές.
Γάμα. Τι σας κέρασα. Ο μπαμπάς σας.
Και πέθανε ο Μουνόπανος.
Τι σας κέρασα. Όχι. Ω μαλάκα.
Τον κέρασες όμως.
Τσινγκ τσονγκ. Οχάιο.